And robed in red velvet, a hearth fire lit, I craved to see the truth to come yet. Into the solstice smoke I scried, I danced and wailed, a trance I tried. 'Twas all for naught though it seemed, for twinkling flickers and whispers called, the truth to know awaits outside. With woolen cloaks rolled round my neck and morsels left for the house mice, I dropped 3 cloves into my pocket and gingerly stepped out on the ice. I walked a spiraled path from home, offering out breath fractals o'er the snow-covered loam. My heart drum kept a hummingbird's beat, as toward the evergreen forest I did roam. Before the threshold to the trees, I sang a heathen hymn upon my knees. I hummed for hope, I moaned to the mystery, I chanted for treasures and to the magic within me. I asked that the spirits and sprites be nigh, as I made my first steps through the firs reaching high. And 13 steps into the wood was I, when I saw a radiant gleam, the Midwinter Magi. The color of the full moon and just as glowing, wearing a crown of antlers and poised on all fours, I heard their thoughts affirming my knowing. I bowed my belly low and placed the cloves at their feet. I know, yes I know, I toned on repeat. Just then I took the shape of an expansive Yuletide star, feet rooted and drinking, palms widespread, gaze reaching far. Into the future my knowing stretched. Before this great stag, I scried prophecies of prosperity, my senses that of a wild winter hag. Patience now, presence more, puffed the magnificent cloven magi. And there and then, before the forest fay, I made a vow to pine with my presence and trust in patience, knowing the visions are coming true now. A creaturely crone I then became, hoofed, horned, and heartened with ice in my veins. Just then the snow started falling, dusk started dawning, and I heard my hearth calling. I compassed my womb westward with new sight and new name, a reverence to the heather-haired magi, and hope on my lips. I retraced dream-danced my steps, a croon in my heart and swishing my hips. Homeward I headed, wintered and ready, knowing, enchanted, second-sighted and steady. As my sweet dwelling door came into view, a creeping craving for savoring stillness grew. With a knock of snow off my boots and a hang-up of my hood, I called myself home, and oh, it felt good. My senses spiced suitably, my soul spiked well too. I set about to simmer a solstice sealing brew. I called to the cacao, and she caroled back to me, the Co-Crooned winter crone, swallowing into a restful ritual to believe and to be.